Assalamu alaikum. I hope my voice is clear to you. Am I audible to you, Nabi?
Wa- Walaikum assalam, ma'am.
He
Yes,
actually,
ma'am.
I
Your
was
voice
being
is clear.
sorry.
Your voice is clear. Yes,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, actually, I was waiting for the students to join the class, but there isn't any student who is joining. So let's begin the class. I'm just sharing the screen. Just let me know if it's visible to you. Is it fine?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so this is another important topic. First of all, just recalling few things. Note down the few things. Just remind few things that when writing, when a composition, when a questions, when a question comes in front of you to write on, to reflect on that particular thing, so you need to identify that what is the purpose behind writing, whether they want you to write the advantages and disadvantages, or whether they want you to give the solution of a given problem, whether they want you to compare and contrast two things. And similarly, they may ask you to give some kind of event took place in your life or in your past experiences. So there could be many reasons. Just making you confirm that there is another method besides the problem solution method. There is also another problem that is called compare and contrast. When the compare and contrast comes in our minds, you need to give the comparative analysis between two things. And when we talk about the comparison, it only does not mean you just need to write the differences. By however, in this domain this happens, but in the other way it does not happen. Every difference. No, when we talk about the compare and contrast, so you need to mention the similarities as well as differences, that how two or more things are similar to. Let me enter Tayyaba. Yes. So how the two things are quite similar to each other, and how and on what basis we are saying that they are different. So for this reason, we actually make the Venn diagram. Venn diagram means two circles which are overlapping, and when they overlap, it means that there are some things which are with the circle, the place where the two circles are overlapping, that shows that these are the similar things, and the part on which the circles are not overlapping, it means that it caters the differences among two things, or between two things or the more things. So you can also, the questions like do you think that teaching in co-education would be beneficial as compared to the teaching in separate classrooms for male and female students. So let's suppose, so it's a comparative analysis. You need to compare between two things. So there could be multiple purpose behind the question. First of all, in the very beginning, you just need to analyze it. What is the intent of that particular question? What is the demand of that question? Once you develop this criteria, that in this question the examiner asked me about this thing, so you can easily do the brainstorming. You can easily put the solutions to the problem. You can easily make the Venn diagram for the comparative analysis. You can easily write down in the bullets the advantages and disadvantages. And similarly, you can easily put the events in the chronological order. What does it mean? Chronological order means the things go from one place to another. Let's suppose the past event came first, and then the just hold on. Okay. Sorry, miss, इसके अंदर award list होगी? Award list है? Okay, so so sorry for the interruption. So when we talk about the chronological order means you need to first mention the most earlier or the past event, and then coming towards the present, one by one from the time in the backward area, and then move towards gradually towards the present time. So this is how you need to put the chronological or the events in the chronological order, means from past to present. And similarly, if you are writing any of the past events, so you need to start from the very first action took place in that particular event, and then move towards the ending of that particular thing. So this is the chronological order you can follow. Let's suppose a narrative kind of question comes in exams, which ask you that reflect on what was the experience of attending the first workshop in your academics. Or maybe a question asks you that how do you find the experience in graduation classes. And it can be like that, any memorable event of your life. So these are the things could come in under that chronological order thing. And you can need to write down the things event by event, one and then the later one, right? So now move towards the paragraph writing. When we talk about the paragraph writing in the last class, I think so, Nabil, you were the only one who was present. Is it so?
यस मैम, और
Awesome.
शहीरा भी थी
Yes, yes,
लास्ट में.
exactly. So I just recalling that thing. If you remember that we have discussed the things which are useful in essay writing, how to compose a thesis statement and what does the thesis statement mean, and then how to develop different paragraphs in that writing and how to conclude these things, and what is the link between the thesis statement with that of the generating ideas in the paragraph, and what is the role of the thesis statement, why we compose this, and what happens if a paper does not have a thesis statement, an academic paper especially does not have the thesis statement, and how the write up intact because of that thesis statement, and how we can better generate the thesis statement. So we discussed a lot about this. Now moving towards the paragraph writing. So let's link that thesis statement with that of the paragraph writing. When we talk about the paragraph, so it means that if a question comes in the exam addressing the paragraph writing, so one important thing, the most important thing you need to remember is do not change the paragraph. Do not change the paragraph when you are writing the paragraph. If the demand is write a paragraph on the given topic, let's suppose if this is a question, so sometimes what happens, sometimes students write in two paragraphs or the three paragraphs. So if the answer would be like this, that in the under the paragraph writing you have written three or two paragraphs, so it means that your whole answer will be considered incorrect. Okay, you won't get even 1 mark out of 5 or 6 or 10. Okay, so remember this thing that you need to write only one paragraph when it demands a paragraph writing. Doesn't matter if it's written a paragraph, जरूरी नहीं है कि लिखा हुआ paragraph. If it's that the question is paragraph writing and then topics are given, so you need to write a single paragraph. It means that you need to compose only one paragraph. So if I ask you, what are the different qualities of the paragraph? How the paragraph is different from the other type of writing? And what are the distinctive characteristics of the paragraph? Yes.
मैम, इसके अंदर एक कनेक्टिविटी आपको नजर आएगी, कोहेरेंस नजर आएगा, सेंटेंस में एक दूसरे के साथ लिंक हुआ होगा, और कुछ सेंटेंस जो होंगे वो तवील होंगे, उसको आप डिस्कनेक्ट नहीं कर सकते. जिसकी वजह से आपका जो पूरा आपको बताने का जो एक पैराग्राफ में है, वो बात कहीं से कहीं और चले जाती है। तो इसके अंदर कनेक्टिविटी आपको ज्यादा शो नजर आएगी, एक से दूसरे से
वेरी
लिंक
गुड.
होगा वर्ड।
Very good, excellent. So it means that we need to write a paragraph in a coherent way, means ideas, not only the ideas, but also the sentences should be connected to each other. And we should cover one thing in that particular paragraph. ऐसा नहीं है कि in a paragraph we can merge different ideas within that. Let's move ahead. Yes, just read the both paragraph and tell me which one is good and which one is not.
मिस फर्स्ट वाला सही है, कनेक्टिविटी शो हो रही है, एक कंसिस्टेंसी नजर आ रही है कि
Okay, and yes, Tayyab, I am, if I am not wrong, Tayyab is here now.
यस
Okay, yes, can you
कोरिलेशन हो ही नहीं रहा सेंटेंसेस के बीच में.
Good. So, yes, so what is the most important thing writing a paragraph is that we should focus on one idea. Now, what is the purpose behind writing that paragraph? हम क्या करते हैं आपने ये भी देखा होगा and you must have experienced this thing कि when we write something, let's suppose an essay comes in the exam and you're writing something, and if you change the paragraph when you think that the previous paragraph is going too lengthy, तो now it's time to change the paragraph. ऐसा बहुत होता है, आपको लगता है कि भाई ये पैराग्राफ तो बहुत लेंदी होता जा रहा है, नाउ आई नीड टू चेंज द पैराग्राफ. जबकि पैराग्राफ की चेंजिंग का जो स्विचिंग का जो एक्चुअल वे होता है विद इन द राइटिंग एंड आउटसाइड द राइटिंग is to clarify one concept in that paragraph. समझ में आई बात? इसका ये नहीं होता कि नंबर ऑफ सेंटेंसेस बहुत ज़्यादा हो गए हैं, लेंदी हो गया है या बहुत ज़्यादा शॉर्ट है. इस ये नहीं होता. मकसद हमारा क्या होता है कि पैराग्राफ के अंदर एक आइडिया हमारा पूरी तरह से इलेबोरेट हो. समझ में आई बात? And let's suppose you are writing something and इसीलिए हम क्या करते हैं कि हमारे पास ना कोई पर्टिकुलैरिटी नहीं होती, बट बस the thing we know about writing is to have 3 to 4 paragraphs in the body, and one is the concluding paragraph, and one should be the introductory paragraph. So this is how we need to write, and there isn't any rule of discriminating different paragraphs or switching from one paragraph to the other. So it is the very wrong concept in our minds. The basic concept of having a paragraph in a paper, in a writing, is that it must contain a complete idea. समझ में आई बात? It must cover all the aspects which are necessary to be covered under that particular area. So let's move ahead. What is the definition of a paragraph? So, definitely you will not be asked to write a paragraph, but you will be asked to compose a paragraph. A paragraph is a group of sentences. Obviously, it's a group of sentences. We cannot mark, we cannot say that a single sentence is a paragraph. So it must be the combination of sentences which relate to a topic. This is the important thing, that they should relate to the topic in a coherent and logical sequence. So the ideas should go in a flow. कि हमने पहले representation दे दी idea, and then moving ahead towards the supporting details which can support our idea, and then we can conclude that particular idea in the paragraph. So this is how we need to write the paragraph. One important thing is that, which is very very relevant to the paragraph writing, is the topic sentence. जैसे हमने थीसिस स्टेटमेंट को एक ऐसे से लिंक किया था, बिल्कुल इसी तरह से टॉपिक सेंटेंस इज द मोस्ट इम्पॉर्टेंट पार्ट इन अ पैराग्राफ. What is that? Can anybody tell me? No one.
Ma'am, can you repeat the question? I didn't hear it correctly, I think.
All right, so no problem. I was asking that, do you know about what is the topic sentence and how it relates to the paragraph writing? What is the importance of the topic sentence in a paragraph? And if a paragraph does not have topic sentence, would it affect on the effectiveness of the paragraph?
I think yes, it would affect, and also the topic I think topic is something that you are writing on, and if there is no particular topic to write on, what will you be writing on? And
Okay, and by the way, here the word is written topic sentence. I am not talking about the topic. I am talking about the topic
topic
sentence.
sentence can be a topic of particular para.
So it must. So you can say that a sentence must be there which is covering the whole topic. Is it so?
Ma'am, I think there is some distortion in your voice. I can't hear you properly.
Okay. And what about the bill? Are you hearing me?
Yes, ma'am.
Am I audible to you? So probably Tayyab, you have the issue on your side, maybe. Can you reconnect? I will wait for you.
Ma'am, let me check. Ma'am, can you continue for some time so that I can check?
Okay, 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 okay. All right. So, and any answer do you want to share, Nabil, about the topic sentence?
मिस टॉपिक सेंटेंस बेसिकली ये है किसी एक टॉपिक के हवाले से आपने उसमें बात करनी है, एक हर एस्पेक्ट के हवाले से आपने इसको बताना है ब्रीफली। पैराग्राफ सेंटेंस भी वही चीज है, सिमिलर है, लेकिन हमने उसको एक कॉन्साइज मतलब एक जो है ना समराइज फॉर्म में उसको डिफाइन करना होता है। कनेक्टिविटी तो है आपस में इन दोनों के,
Mm-hmm. All right.
लेकिन कोहेरेंट जो आपको मिलेगा, एक जो है एक तसलसल जो मिलेगा वो आपको पैराग्राफ में मिलेगा। टॉपिक राइटिंग में आप जो है कहीं आगे पीछे भी हो जाते हैं, इतना मार्जिन होता है आपके पास।
All right. So I'm just writing here. Thank you, Nabil. I'm adding.
मैम
Yes, please.
मैम जैसा कि आपने कहा कि जो एक पर्टिकुलर पैराग्राफ होता है वो किसी पर्टिकुलर टॉपिक पे कंसिस्ट करना चाहिए, तो आई थिंक टॉपिक सेंटेंस इज द मेन आइडिया और मेन नोशन ऑफ द पैराग्राफ।
Okay, good, very good. So let's right see, look here, that this is the topic sentence, let's suppose, and this is the thesis statement, let's suppose. I'm just writing here. Nabil, you can better connect it because the Tayyab, you didn't take the last class, I think so, if I'm not wrong.
Yes ma'am, you are right, I missed that.
Okay, so thesis statement. When we talk about the thesis statement, see, thesis statement is the sentence which covers, which state the main purpose, main idea of the essay, of your write-up, and of your, article, or probably, something which has different paragraphs in it, not only the one paragraph. If we are writing only one paragraph, so there wouldn't be the thesis statement, right? So when you talk about the thesis statement is something which covers the whole of our essay, right? Just make it sure that thesis statement is something, a single sentence which cover a whole body paragraphs, and also the conclusion. So thesis statement in just only one thing, and definitely thesis statement may have different sub ideas in which can, thesis statement can be elaborated by using multiple ideas, and that multiple ideas can be reflected in multiple paragraphs, right? This is how we need to compose our different paragraphs. Let's suppose if we are writing three paragraphs in an essay, so we can have three multiple ideas, and these multiple ideas should have one topic sentence for each. and this topic sentence tells that what is the this particular paragraph about. You can even take that paragraph out of the whole scenario because it will be covering one aspect in the whole way. And you can also read that paragraph within the context, within the with as an example of the thesis statement or the essay writing. So this could be taken in any way. But what about the topic sentence? Topic sentence means it's not only the words, but it is a sentence. Just remind it, if the topic sentence comes, so it means the topic sentence means the whole sentence. It must have a subject, verb, and object, and the idea must be completed in that particular sentence. And most often, ऐसा नहीं है कि all the time, but 75% or the 80% the chances are that it lies in the beginning of the paragraph. Okay, sometimes it is the very first sentence of the paragraph, because it is the door kind of things, where the person who is reading that particular thing enters into that idea, and then the other sentences give the support to that particular idea, right? So when we talk about the topic sentence, so if I recall the thing, that thesis statement must be there in an essay and it should cover the whole aspect. Similarly, a paragraph must contain a topic sentence, and it should start with the topic sentence, and sometimes it is also at the end of the paragraph. So every paragraph should have one topic. Obviously, we are writing on a paragraph, so we must have a particular idea, and which is usually presented in the first sentence called topic sentence. So usually is written here. So it means that not all the time, and all the other sentences in the paragraph must develop and support the topic. So because we are talking about a topic sentence, so other ideas are dependent on that topic. They are not independent. They are not proposing another idea, but they are supporting the topic sentence, right? Let me clear it. Yes. When you write a paragraph, keep the topic in mind and try not to include sentences that are irrelevant. So the most important thing about topic sentences or a paragraph is that when you have the topic in your mind, so all the sentences must incorporate with that idea which is present in that topic sentence or on which you are writing, and that are irrelevant, not directly related, which could confuse the reader. Definitely, if you are making your writing, if we are including many ideas or multiple ideas in one paragraph, so the writer may get confused at what is the purpose behind writing. So this is the definition, and let's move ahead. So this is how we need to compose a paragraph. A big idea means your topic, and then why you say this. Let's suppose if I say that uh, uh, because of the traffic jam, people reach their home late, let's suppose. So it's my big idea, let's suppose. Now how would I support it? How would I say this, that this is true? Definitely I can share one of my experiences. Maybe I can tell because of the number of cars increasing on the roads, make the people very much very much disturbed in reaching their destination in time. And because of the numbers of cars on the vehicles, there are so many roads which are badly stuck because of the traffic jamming. So there could be multiple supports, and you can also refer to some kind of authentic resources through which you can write, you can develop your paragraph. So we cannot repeat your ideas again and again in a paragraph. Each sentence must carry a new information or some another supporting detail इन द पैराग्राफ. ठीक है, हमें ये नहीं होता कि हम बार बार उसी आइडिया को रिपीट करते रहें दूसरे दूसरे वर्ड्स में. और ऐसा बहुत होता है कि इफ वी आर शॉर्ट ऑफ द आइडियाज वी redefine the things again and again. So don't do this. When you have the idea, you need to support it by giving some different examples. ठीक है, और हम किसी रिसर्च का रेफरेंस दे सकते हैं. हम ये लिख सकते हैं कि बिकॉज ऑफ दैट related rivals, alternative roads should be made. You know, the link should be there. But let's suppose if you are writing a topic sentence, so each and every sentence must support that आइडिया. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप उसको सपोर्ट इस तरह से कर रहे हैं कि आप उसकी रेमेडीज बताना शुरू कर दें. बिकॉज अगर आप रेमेडीज बताना चाहते हैं, लेट्स सपोज इफ यू थिंक that your idea is too narrow that it can cover the whole paragraph size, so you can add on multiple things in that topic sentence. ठीक है, sometimes ऐसा होता है कि we are short of ideas and we cannot add on different supporting details so that excuse me so that we can better compose a paragraph. Sometimes, you know, we are out of words, we are out of ideas. So what needs to be done? Let me. And the Qasim Qureshi is in our class.
No, ma'am.
Who is he then?
Section B.
Okay. I'm not letting him in. Yes. So what I was saying is, you know, you can redefine your topic sentence. ऐसा नहीं है कि जो आपने एक दफ़ा लिख दिया बस वो 100% हो गया. जिस तरह से इफ़ यू रिमेंबर नबील कि हमने थीसिस स्टेटमेंट में कहा था कि बिकॉज ऑफ द आइडियाज वी कैन रीडेवलप आवर थीसिस स्टेटमेंट, वी कैन रीडिफाइन आवर थीसिस स्टेटमेंट, वी कैन alter the words in the thesis statement. Same is the case with the topic sentence. If we are short of ideas, or sometimes if we are, you know, if we are not able to complete the whole idea in one paragraph, so we can alter the topic sentence. So whatever you are writing in your topic sentence, it must have that kind of concept which could be covered efficiently or effectively in a single paragraph. ठीक है, and afterwards, you know, you can propose not specifically the 3 supporting ideas or 2 supporting ideas or 1 supporting idea. There could be many and there could be only one. It depends on the big idea you are proposing in a paragraph, and afterward you can wrap up the idea. Any question? No. So just tell me about the unity. Let's suppose if I say that this is the element in the paragraph writing. So what do you mean by the unity? These are the characteristics of the paragraph. So what does the unity mean?
I think there shouldn't be multiple. There shouldn't be sentences which are not correlated or are having same notion.
All right. So it means the idea should be related and should show the unity in between.
I think that is.
Yes. Good. Anybody else? Okay. So yes, unity means the connection in the ideas, and the sentences should be united in a proper way. They should be, you know, they should have connection between. And what about the order?
I think in order we have to sequence or prioritize our ideas according to the need of the sentences.
Very good, excellent. Order means we need to prioritize our supporting detail, that what should come first and what should come later. And if, you know, we our length of the paragraph has become too lengthy, so we can omit the less important ideas. So it also comes in the under the ordering. So, and one more thing is that your topic sentence must be in a proper order. जरूरी नहीं है कि वो पहले ही हो, अगर वो आखिरी भी है तो it must present something in a proper way. Or you can say that if it's the last sentence, it shows the completeness in it. No, it can show the conclusion of something. So the ordering is one of the important characters of in paragraph writing. And what about the coherence? And you know it well because we have covered this topic previously. So what does it mean?
Connectivity, ma'am.
Very good. Connectivity within the ideas or within the sentences or within the words. What?
Sentence, ideas,
Hmm.
paragraph.
Very good.
I have a
Obviously, we
question.
are talking about one single paragraph, so we cannot say ke paragraph to paragraph.
Ma'am, I have a question.
Yes, please.
Ma'am, how can we differentiate between unity and coherence? Is it like unity is something that tells you about the connectivity of notion, and coherence is about the connectivity of sentences, or is it something else?
No, unity means ideas. And let's suppose if the ideas, let's suppose unity is more relevant to the content. That what you are proposing, whether your material, whether your supporting ideas are relevant or not. And coherence means how you are tackling those ideas, how you are connecting those ideas with one another. Means whether you using cohesive devices and the linking words appropriately or not. But using of the appropriate words and cohesive devices, they using of these types of things does not come under unity. ठीक है? Unity means ideas must be correlated, and whatever you are writing, it must be related to your main idea. And if we talk about, hold on, yes, if we talk about the coherence, coherence means रब्त, मतलब फ्लो किस तरह से आ रहा है. ठीक है, वो खुद ब खुद पढ़ते हैं तो पता चलता है. एंड हाउ वी कैन ब्रिंग इट इज ब्रॉट बाय द प्रॉपर यूसेज ऑफ द वर्ड्स. ठीक है, is it clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, thank you. And what about the completeness?
I think your idea should be explained properly in a complete manner. That shouldn't be broken. It shouldn't be broken in between or in start or in the end.
All right. Anybody else? Nabil, do you want to say anything?
मिस सेंटेंस प्रॉपरली क्लियर होने के बाद फिर आप उसको कंक्लूड करते हैं,
Mm-hmm.
कंक्लूजन देते हैं. जैसे कि एक फ्रेज है ना कि समंदर को कूजे में बंद करना, उस सारी बातों का निचोड़ उस चीज में आ जाता है
All right,
कंप्लीटनेस के
good.
लिए.
Means you can say this, Tayyab and Nabil. You can better say this. It shows that the your ideas and your topic sentence has been defined appropriately. Means what was the requirement. Or let's suppose if you are writing a topic sentence, so how much detail it required. If you are able to compose the paragraph according to the requirement of the topic, so it means it is completed. Getting my idea? Let's suppose the reader feels satisfaction in reading your idea, that yes, whatever you are saying has validity. You are not making my thought incomplete. You're not proposing an incomplete idea. ठीक है, समटाइम्स क्या होता है कि हम आइडिया तो प्रेजेंट करते हैं, but we are not able to support our idea in that way that it feels to the reader that the idea is very well discussed, very well written, and everybody can be convinced by you. So this is actually one of the examples of completeness. So whatever you are writing, you must have validity in it so that you can bring the completeness in your idea. ठीक है, and this can only be done before writing, the way we do the process writing. So before writing anything, you just need to be very careful about outlining the things. So what are the things you need to include in your writing, and what are the things you do not require to be there in your writings. So yes, moving ahead. Example, just now please read it.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so if I ask you, are you done, Tayyab? And who else is here? Hasnan, I think so. Yes.
Yes,
So if
ma'am, I have done.
are you done with the reading?
Yes, ma'am, I'm done with the reading.
So if I ask you that what is the thesis statement here? Oh, sorry, topic sentence.
Usefulness of the trees.
Okay, and Nabil.
They are beneficial in every aspect.
Okay, any Hasnan? Do you want to say something? Fahad Zafar is in our class.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Yes, Hasnan, do you want to say something? मेरे ख्याल से वो सो रहे हैं. उन्होंने चैट लगा ओ कॉल लगा कर रख दिया. ओके, सो देखें, यू आर प्रेजेंटिंग द आइडिया नॉट द टॉपिक सेंटेंस. ठीक है, आई एम टेलिंग यू नबील एंड तैयाब, just making you aware about thing that this is. However, you both have pointed out the same thing, but you are presenting the idea, the main idea, not the topic sentence. So if we talk about the topic sentence, it means the which sentence should be called the topic sentence. Is it clear? And all the sentences like, hold on, this one, this one, this one, and also this one. All four sentences are supporting this first sentence. Is it so?
Yes, ma'am. If we see it like that, we can say that every sentence has a particular topic sentence.
No, no. How could it be? Just tell me again. What are you saying?
I said trees are useful to us is the main idea, whereas if we see it thoroughly, we can say that every sentence has a particular topic.
Just hold on. Nabil, have you got the idea? मैं बताती हूँ तैयाब आपको. Yes, Nabil, can you tell me anything?
यस, मैम. जैसे कि आपने बताया, ये सारे सेंटेंस हैं, ये उस चीज से रिलेट कर रहे हैं. जो मेन, जो फर्स्ट जो लाइन है हमारी, ट्री आर यूजफुल टू अस, तो
Yes.
ये जितने भी हैं, ये सारे सेंटेंसेस हुए फिर.
Good. Acha, now let me clarify, Tayyab. The trees are useful to us. Now, this is the main idea, and we can say that this is the topic sentence. Topic sentence is something on which we are going to write on. Write on. Let's suppose if we are talking about the usefulness of trees, so in what manner they are useful. So we need to support this argument by using different sentences. So the first sentence is that why they are useful, they clean the air around us. On a hot day, the second argument or the second supporting detail is on a hot day they give us shade. And yes, this is the second. And we can use their wood to build our homes. This is the third supporting point. Fourth one is trees also help to keep the environment fresh. This is the fifth sentence. And they provide us oxygen. This is also the supporting detail. So supporting detail, these are not the ideas, these are not the separate idea, but these are the sentences which supports which is actually which are supporting our main idea, that is trees are useful to us. And then we can sum up it by using this sentence: so they are beneficial in every aspect. So here in the here here you can add on multiple information about the ट्रीज। ऐसा नहीं है कि सिर्फ यही यही है, और भी बहुत सारे यूजफुलनेस है ट्रीज के, लेकिन हमें अपनी जो पैराग्राफ होता है उसको कंसाइज रखना होता है। ऐसा नहीं है कि हम वर्ड्स को नहीं देखेंगे, हमें जो ज्यादा इंपॉर्टेंट लगा हमने उसको उस तरह से मेंशन कर दिया। इज इट क्लियर? इज इट मेक सेंस?
यस मैम।
And just mix the idea of supporting ideas and main idea.
Yes,
But,
yes.
but I am clear now.
Okay, that's great. So I'm just ending the session here because the time is about to up, and I will resume it in a minute, and we will be practicing on you know writing topic sentence, how we can identify the different topic sentence. When we are able to identify the topic sentence, so we can easily make the topic sentence. Is it fine? Okay, I'm just ending the meeting and rejoining again. Okay, so you can I will be seeing you in a minute. Okay, all right.